up, crypto legends? How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fantastic today. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin at the moment, getting a little bit of a correction with volume. This correction could continue. In the short term, we're going to analyze that in just 1 second. Guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Just want to let you know there's a potential right now, corrective move going to happen potentially to test these lows right now at this moment, guys. Wish I could have jumped onto the live stream before, but I couldn't. But basically, this was a corrective move to happen. Sorry I was late, but we'll find some more opportunities. We might have another leg up here. We'll analyze this situation right now in just 1 second. Bitcoin. I've had a really nice day of day trading and scalping. I'm going to talk through the trades that I have been getting into. I'm still in one short position, taking most of the profits on that short. This is exactly a short from 26,650. I'm going to explain that short position exactly on this peak over here. Well, I think it's pretty simple for a lot of you. It's basically breaking the structure here on the lower time frames, as you can see, breaking below this kind of last higher low with some pretty intense volume, waiting for a lower high here to be created. Now, profits have been taken mostly at the low here, and I just want to explain that scenario, and we can go through the scenarios that have happened today. Let's keep this educational, okay, where you could have taken advantage on these movements over here. Of course, Bitcoin was pretty bullish on these movements to the upside with pretty nice green volume, guys. When we have these green volume spikes, you don't really want to try and fight the trend. Yes, you can get at some exhaustion moments or a potential harmonic pattern, but you need to be very defensive if you are trying to short this uptrend momentum with high volume. Basically, let's go through here, guys, and do a little bit of easy, simple, effective, technical analysis with no fancy indicators, right? This is what we want. Just good risk management and level to level trading, keeping it simple, keeping it easy, and here to actually prove that to you. So anyway, let me just quickly go through the comment section, guys. Destroy that like button. Let's see if we can get some, really nice opportunities today. We got a bit more momentum, a little bit more volatility. I wish I would have jumped into that live stream a few minutes ago on this peak over here. It was a relatively good shorting opportunity. You might ask yourself, why was this a good short exactly at 26,480? Of course, to protect position now as you are coming down. Well, it's simple as just getting the volume indicator out here. You have volume moving down. Finally, some bearish momentum here on this massive uptrend. If you want to start getting bearish, if you're trying to detect the top, guys, you are just wasting your time, in my personal opinion. You need to wait for a breakout of the structure, right? A break of the structure. When you are creating higher highs and higher lows consistently here on the chart, until you do not have a breakdown lower low with high volume, you cannot get bearish on this massive uptrend. So this is why when you have this breakout of this structure with high volume right over here, guys, you know that you are likely to create a lower high at this point, at least in the short term, at least to come down and test the lows. This is exactly one of the shorts, one of the latest shorts that I got in today is exactly right over here, as you can see. Waiting patiently for that breakdown with volume and that retracement to create that lower high. It is simple. It is just using volume and price action and the structure of the market on lower time frames to get into those scalps and those day trades. It is simple, it is effective, it is just understanding how the market moves. I just want to give that, brief explanation on that. Of course, what has happened right now, as you can see here on the 3-minute time frame, is that you got this volume right over here. You create another low right there, and you have a breakdown with high volume also, meaning that you are likely to get rejected from this high volume candle right over here. Of course, you want to be defensive. You want to get in, you want to potentially protect position. You could claim this high, maybe get rejected again and get into another short, but be very defensive. Have a relatively tightish stop loss above this last lower high for an invalidation. Overall, you are coming here to test the lows. That is your target. Why? Because you do not know if you're going to create a double bottom. You do not know if you're going to break it. What you do know is you want to follow the pressure, and the pressure for the moment here for the last few hours has been to the downside, right? Keeping it simple, guys, keeping it easy and simple. Now, yeah, we can go through, where has there been opportunities on this momentum, and then take a look at, what could happen next. Overall, when we're shorting this, this market, okay, this is a breakdown on the lower time frames. When we zoom out on the 1 hourly time frame, okay, we need to understand that we are still kind of attempting to break this high, right? Volume on the 1 hourly, we can see it is, still to the upside. There's still more volume pushing up than pushing down for the moment. So we need to understand that this might be just a higher time frame correction, and there could be a reversal point to come and test the highs again. So if you are doing any day trade scalping shorts, just like I've been doing as well, I got into a couple of longs here on this momentum, and now just got into this short, okay, a couple of hours ago. As you can see right over here on Bybit, right over here at 26,670 range. But just so you can understand, this peak over here was a high probability lower high scenario. So let's go through the comment section and we can do a full analysis, going to the higher time frames and then zooming in and understanding what can the price action do next. What are the major levels that we need to break to become even more bearish and get into potential shorts? Or maybe where are the levels that we could get a big bounce? For the moment, looking at the 15-minute time frame, there is a possibility, of course, we are getting a bounce from this high level, okay? We are getting a bounce. Like I said, on the lower time frames, you can speculate that you can retest this low over here again. Like I just mentioned, be very defensive. But overall, on the higher time frames, we're kind of still trending up, okay? So short-term bearish, only short-term bearish at this level for a potential test of the low. Of course, being very defensive, trying to get in at the highest level possible and being very defensive. Of course, this trade already is, for me, is already taken from the highs, right? You want to get at the highest level possible to have a relatively nice stop loss and be very defensive with your stop loss. Understanding that on the higher time frame structure, the volume pressure is still quite high. You are seeing signs of bearish pressure, no doubt about that. But overall, what you are doing here is following, textbook structure, right? If you do get this box and extend it, the highs of these candles have high volume right over here, right? Simple, easy, you're getting a bounce from this consolidation range right there. So slightly higher time frames, could have looked for that bounce right over here. And lower time frames, of course, you're looking for these corrective moves. Let's dive in through the comment section, guys. Hopefully you did like this nice, sweet, educational content on the lower time frames. So I'm going to tell you what is next here for me. What is next and where we could find an opportunity. Because if we do kind of break out from this structure, right, if anyone kind of got into a short here, I would be defensive, accept a stop loss at break even if it were to break out here, because this could be our next major bullish opportunity if we do have a solid breakout with volume, guys. And this will be explained. Let's just wait and see. Overall, for the moment, as long as we are below this high, we are likely to come back down and test these lows over here. We get a breakout here with volume, you are likely to get that higher low, guys, and we are aiming for the highs, even the highs over here. So this is kind of what we're looking for here on this live stream. So we'll be going through that, being patient, waiting for breakouts, waiting for consolidations, waiting for the volume to come down on those retracements, and walk you through on how I execute most of my trading when it's price action and volume, right? So let's smash up the like button overall, guys. On your way in, while you're here, stock market S&P 500 had a little bit of a pump yesterday and now is having a little bit of a retracement. DXY not doing much, still retracing a little bit from the last couple of days. Not much to be said. I want to go through the comment section and say hello to the community, but oh boy, Bitcoin. We can do a little bit of more educational content, guys. I actually got into a short position, okay, at this range, got stopped out. I did a little bit of profits. I could show you that, no problem. But basically, this was a deep crab pattern, right? Deep crab pattern right over here. It's a difficult trade because, you know, the volume is going up. You can see right over here, right? Volume going up right there. Bang, big volume. You have a clear resistance zone right there, okay? Clear resistance zone right there. You're breaking out with volume. Bang, you're bouncing from it and you're coming back up to test the highs. Where is your take profit zone, right? Super easy, simple strategy, very, very effective. But I wanted to be a little bit smart. I did manage to lock a little bit of profits, but not much, about 20% from that trade from a short position here. This was basically a deep crab pattern. You might think, what is a deep crab pattern? What is that? You know, what kind of pattern is that? Of course, that is a harmonic pattern. And one of the most important levels here is getting to the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement, right? When you get Fibonacci expansion from this high to the low, you are stopping exactly to the 1.618 golden ratio right over there. Managed to jump into a short, stop loss here, getting my stop loss very close here to as we were coming down. Overall aiming for A, but we just hit round about 618 Fibonacci from the C to D point, which is the take profit 1, right? When you take a look at this low over here and go to the high right there, you exactly tapped the 618 Fibonacci. I mean, this is so technical. It is extremely technical. You know, all of these different patterns, these Fibonacci levels, it's extremely technical. Of course, you know, best idea here was getting into a long right over here at this level. One of the main reasons why is because you are trending up. The volume pressure is to the upside. When you're getting into these, you know, fancy short positions because of a harmonic and rest of it, you are fighting the trend, and you need to acknowledge that the trend is extremely bullish, you know, between yesterday and today. So when you're getting into short and you're trying to detect these tops because of Fibonacci levels and harmonics, you need to be very much aware and very defensive, because yeah, you're basically fighting against the trend, and the trend has volume and it does have pressure. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, really. Many on the lower time frames, there was so many different scalping opportunities right there. Volume strategy here, playing to perfection. When you detect, when you get the highs right there, I mean, it's pretty insane when you take a look at the 1 minute and you break with high volume, how you bounce from those spikes when you have the volume breakout, right? It's absolutely crazy. You can see right there, volume move to the upside, bang, 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 test the highs. You break the highs. The volume here was not insane, but overall, you bounce from that support level. Volume spike right there, of course. Bang, bang, you're testing the highs, you're bouncing from support. So did manage to get into a scalp scenario at this range. And yeah, I just wanted to explain a little bit how I've been playing the market, right, the last few hours. Only trade that I'm in right now is this one over here, guys. I want to explain why I enter my, where do I enter my trades? How do I enter my trades? Where are my targets? And for me, this was the moment to be, to get into a short, basically, based on the structure of the market. Because, it's very difficult to try and spot the highs, right? You want to try and get at the highest level and show your epic trade. I managed to get into a short trade at the very top. It's very, very hard when you don't have big major resistance levels and you're breaking, the highs basically, and you're in the middle of nowhere. That price of Bitcoin could have very strong momentum to the upside because, you're basically breaking a very important level. And there's not much resistance above us, right? We could shoot up to 27 to 28. So it's, just trying to short this market while it's having this momentum and not having much resistance is dangerous. It's dangerous. I mean, if you have good risk management, of course it's not dangerous, but I know a lot of people are crazy traders out there and they just, get over leveraged and try and detect the top for a reversal. And that is extremely dangerous. The most simple thing you could do is wait for a breakdown of the structure, right, on the lower time frames. So if we do take a look at the 3 minute time frames, you are not breaking any kind of uptrend structure here until you break below the last higher low range with a high amount of volume, which is right over here. Then you could consider getting into a lower high. Of course, this lower high right over here, you want to try and get into some really nice Fibonacci levels, such as 618, 50%, right? 618 even better. So if you take a look at Fibonacci from this high to this low over here, you know where the price of Bitcoin rejected, right? It is that beautiful 618 from the pivot high to the pivot low, breaking with volume the structure, bang, that is your ticket. That is your short ticket. And that is the short there, the latest short that I got in here on Bybit, which is exactly here at this range. So enough of education, enough of, talking about what has happened. No one cares what happened. Well, I think so. I think a lot of people do care because people do need understanding on how the market moves and how you can take advantage of these movements with just price action, structure, and volume. Okay, very important. Going through the basics. This is very, very important. Keep it educational, keep it understandable. I hope that I do explain myself in a very nice, simple way so you can understand it. I can see I do have a super chat here. I'll go through that super chat in just 1 second. Just want to say hello and thank my moderators here that are joining. We have Pac-Man and we have Pac-Man basically. But yeah, thanks for joining. Smash up the like button, says Shan. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. What's up, legends? Pac-Man, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. Razvan, relaxing entertainment. Hey, hello. Hi Andy, how are you doing? BTC showing some strength, but not for a long time, says Hugo. Yeah. We want a day trade. We want to, this is a very difficult range because you're basically, testing the highs, testing some highs right over here. It's a difficult level. It's price action could get massively bullish here and get massive uptrend, or it could get heavily rejected, because it's just a very important resistance level, right? So it's the highs that we did create a few days ago. It's a crucial moment for Bitcoin. So, yeah, let's continue with the comment section. Bitcoin for the moment getting that rejection. Overall, it looks like that we are gonna come down and test those lows. Very, very likely. Lower time frame, we're trending down. So you're looking for scalps, you're looking for scalp shorts on these retracements. You probably can look for some day trade longs. Now, of course, day trade longs, we're gonna have to see how we react to this low if we do test it, because if it is broken, we are potentially going to test the lows again till we find a kind of a bottom, right? Let's go right away. Got wrecked on the move, liquidated, says Daniel. Do not get liquidated, get stopped out. Trying to short the top. Yeah, if this move happened, is because there's a lot of people trying to short, okay? At these levels. Of course, we talked about a potential resistance level yesterday, right? We're going to need to go through that, of course, which was this consolidation here at the 25,800. We had a point of control from this traded zone, and we talked about this potential 618 from the high to the low, potentially getting a reaction. There was a touch right there. Of course, when you do have this price action, you want to have invalidation points. The best thing you could do here is test the highs and get rejected, right? Create a kind of a proper failed breakout from the highs and then potentially get into a short. This was still creating higher lows on the lower time frame. It's a very, very difficult, best thing here, of course, would have been go with the trend on the short term, right? Because volume is, volume is high. When volume is this high, even though you're hitting a resistance, you want to be very much aware, because you're like banging here with a huge amount of buying pressure. You want to stay extremely cautious, knowing how to read the volume and the price action and those exhaustion moments. Good morning, Chunk Town. How are you? 20K by the end of the day, says US Trucking. Very possible, guys. There will be a day trade scalp opportunity, especially if we break out from this resistance high. Okay, obviously, if I'm shorting this range, I want to be very, very defensive. I want to be very much aware that this is probably just a larger correction on the higher time frames, and we are ready to continue the momentum to the upside. Okay, so make sure to be very much aware of that. You can scalp short in this case, like I've been doing during the last couple of hours, or understanding that we could shift here bullish, and it will be time to get into long positions on this potential momentum, right? So, Islam, how are you doing? Hi there, Andy. I'm kind of lost with this new pump. I know. It's not easy. It is not easy. Crucial range. Remember a few days ago, I told you 26K, then going to 28K, then 32K. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to listen to everybody that says 12K or 28K, obviously high time frame levels are, you can say I expect 28K by the next coming days. Potentially, yes, it's going to be hit, or say I think we're coming down to 24K, right? So yeah, not very much too bothered on the higher time frames, higher time frame targets, because I'm more of a day trader and a scalper for the last few months actually, and I'm very happy with doing that. Hey Andy, I love you, hermano. I'm Olympic. I love you too. Guys, hopefully you are getting some knowledge out of the live streams. You know, my best scenario here, you know, we can talk about the next scalping scenario, day trade that we could take advantage. You know, for the moment, that is still the short to be in right there. I wish I would have done a live stream just as we were hitting that level. Just because, to keep it simple, we are trending down on the lower time frames. Okay, trending down on the lower time frames. We know that the volume is dominating on the lower time frames. Okay, because I get a lot of people confused. You know, a lot of people are very confused, right? You know, bullish, bearish. You know, what's going on? This guy is bullish and bearish at the same time. You know, someone tell him to stop. And no, guys, this is only looking for scalping short scenarios as we are trending down with a high volume, and understanding that the possibility of a high time frame reversal here and breaking resistance could have that continuation to the upside to test the highs again. Okay, just to be clear, because then we got a bunch of haters in the comment section saying this dude has no clue of what he's talking about, and I can prove to you with my P&L, and I will someday, that I do very much know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we'll get to that day soon, maybe. Habib, how are you doing? Hi Andy, we are very near to the Iranian New Year. Okay, so happy New Year to all Iranians and whoever celebrates Nowruz. Okay, Nowruz, I don't know how to say that, but anyway, yeah, happy New Year to the Iranian people, absolutely. Good afternoon, peeps. Are we going to range the weekend? Maybe. Andy, bearish divergence on the daily 4-hour time frame. Andy, bearish divergence on daily 4 times. Okay. Maybe some bearish. Is that on the RSI, stochastic RSI? Yeah, I mean, I can already tell you without using that indicator, there's no doubt in my mind that there is bearish divergence with this move like that, okay? I can already guarantee you, and I haven't checked that, but price action is creating a higher high, and I can guarantee you with a 99% that the RSI is creating a lower high without taking a look at that indicator. Shall we take a look at it? You know, I know some people will think, I'm sure you did take a look at it before the live stream. But, I'm actually could have been almost wrong, but no. We can see that lower high. We got the bearish divergence right there. Lower highs on the RSI and high highs on the price action on the 4-hourly time frame. So, I mean, this is not... I don't need that indicator to know that, but I mean, I've seen RSIs, bearish divergence, you know, get diminished and tested the high again before having that major correction, right? So it's not a good indicator for me to trade with. I don't pay attention. Yes, on the high time frames, we could see finally, you know, a major correction because of the divergence, but it's not an indicator that I would use for my trading. After all, right, because it's a lagging indicator, but it could show you some exhaustion. It could show some exhaustion and that possibility of a correction, right? Thank you, Andy. I recognize both setups thanks to your lessons on YouTube, says Toda Dimitrov. Hey, absolutely phenomenal. That is what we're talking about. Good. You recognize the setups. That is the most important thing. Be patient, understanding the structure, some patterns. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Don't short, you will get wrecked, says US Trucking. Yeah, I made some really nice profits from a short position right over here. You can scalp short, you can day trade short, you can scalp short, okay, if you are trading down on the lower time frames. and be very defensive, okay? You have this situation right over here. Of course, you want to get into the highest level possible. You don't get wrecked if you have good risk management. I cannot stress this enough. People seem like they do not understand because, yeah, keep seeing people saying you will get wrecked because of this. You know, I do not get wrecked. I get stopped out. Right? I lose a small amount of a potential trade. But anyway, this is the idea, right, of this scenario. Of course, if you enter a short position here and the price action is all the way down here, you want to be defensive. You want to get your stop loss and be protective, right? You got that potential breakout right now happening just in case you were wrong, right? Just in case these lows are not going to be tested. So this is how you are defensive. If you still have your stop loss here and you have been in profits and then you get stopped out, it's like, you know, why didn't you protect yourself? You know, you had a very good entry. You got into a very, very high level. And understand, you know, looking at the 3-minute time frame, when you're taking a look at volume, guys, you got this right over here. If I get a box from this volume on the 3-minute time frame and I take this candle right over here, which is the high red volume, and I extend it, you're actually getting slightly above that candle. But overall, even better, if you want a better risk to reward trading scenario, you even get a better entry, because you want to have your stop loss, you know, above the last lower highs, right? Because if you're trending, you know, you're unlikely to get above the last lower high. If you do, that is your invalidation point. You know that you are potentially going to reverse from there. So yeah, guys, don't get wrecked. Have some relatively nice stop losses. You know, good risk management, invalidation points when you're looking at the structure. Looks like a bull flag. Yeah, this also, you know, this could potentially be like a bull flag, right? When you take a look at the 15-minute chart, for example, you know, you're potentially forming this kind of a bull flag right over here. Not the best looking one, but yeah, very, very possible. Yeah, we will take advantage of this potential move, guys, on the live stream if we do break out. For the moment, it's still trending down aggressively. No signs of a big breakout just yet. If it does break out from this zone with higher volume, we could look to take advantage, okay, to have that continuation to the upside, okay? So let's see what happens. Pradesh, how are you doing? Andy, I have learned trading from you. It's high time to teach us about your hair and face care. Oh, Pradesh. Again, a bull trap. I'm not sure. You know, I would try and you know, I would recognize this as a bull trap if we do close below this wick, right? Let me just get another chart here. Let me get another chart here on Bitcoin, guys, because yeah, if we do on the daily have, you know, create this as a, you know, close the daily candle basically below this high, it won't be looking great. It won't be looking great. It will be looking quite bearish in my opinion. Of course, if we do close above it, then, you know, I would still stick bullish, right? I will see higher levels to come. Let's continue through the comment section. What's your bullish entrance for longing? Well, we're just gonna have to see how we break out from this range. We're just gonna have to break, you know, keeping it simple. We have a bearish structure here, if we have a solid breakout like this, I would be patiently waiting for the retracement. We're likely to get a higher low. So we're just going to have to see the price action to see, you know, where would be a nice bullish entry. But obviously, I would be aiming in between this range over here of 26,600 and 26,500. That would be my buy zone if we get a big breakout, right? You are likely to get that test of the highs if we do get any kind of retracement. And that's what we want to try and get into, right? And have that continuation and potentially test the highs. If you do get this breakout, you're likely to create a higher low and even test the highs here. Very, very, very likely. So re-enter a short now. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Even though it doesn't manage to roll up here and comes down. Yeah, I mean, your highest level for that short would have been ideally this level over here, right? When you take a look at the 1 minute time frame, that would have been like your ideal, where you have a couple of 1 minute candles right there, bang, 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 and you're thinking, right, I can get into a solid short position right over here with an invalidation point, and you're aiming for the lows, right? That would be your best high risk to reward. The problem is when you're entering right over here, you know, what is your invalidation point? Your invalidation point should be above this high over here. So, you know, it's not worth the risk, right? For like a almost one-to-one trade scenario. It's just not worth it after creating this price action. So yeah, my answer for that is no, of course. Right. Splash, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Do you think it's possible to touch the $25,000? Of course, it's possible. Yeah, of course, it's possible for the moment. On the, you know, 1 hourly time frame, you know, this is relatively quite bullish still. So, there could be a scenario here where you could consolidate and create a kind of a cup and handle scenario. Okay, guys. So if the price action in the next coming days just consolidates here like this beneath the 26,500, but it doesn't get a major crash, it consolidates. This will be bullish. This will likely be bullish as you're just getting ready for the next major leg up. Of course, till we do not see that in the next couple of days, you know, if we do have this price action in the coming days, I would say, hey, this doesn't look bad for another test of the highs and a potential strong breakout. However, if we start correcting aggressively with high volume, then yeah, this will be the end of that. And, you know, we are likely going to, you know, even come and test below 24K. It all depends on what kind of price action we create and how much volume there is. And there's the scenario where you're actually going to break out from this zone with this high volume on the lower time frames, and you're going to test the highs and you're going to go slightly higher, you know, by the end of the day. It's just we need to adapt to the price action on the lower time frame, nothing else. Chain link up 150%, says Bernie. Absolutely, I do not believe you. I know it's up, you know, 5 or 10% maybe, but not 150. Do you have a favorite time frame? Poof. I like in between 1 hour and 3 minutes. So 1 hour, 3 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. You know, for day trades, I would be focusing more on the 15-minute and 1 hourly time frame. For my scalps and day trades, in between 1 minute and 5 minutes. 1 minute, 5 minute. I'll be, you know, consistently changing in between 1, 3, and 5 minutes for the scalping, and for the day trades in between 15-minute and 1 hour. Obviously, analyzing the lower time frames, such as the 1 minute, you know, to check out volume. Please, everyone, smash for Andy. US trucking. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at Pratesh super chat here. Sorry about that, Pratesh. Andy, we have already learned trading from you, so it's high time to teach us about your hair and face care routine. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, just a shower once in a while, you know, a shower once a week is fine. Only joking. Yeah, I'm not very much into putting creams on face and rest of it. Just how it is. Natural hair. So right, going to the next question, super chat. Tahonas, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining. Hey Andy, great TA. Hey Tahonas, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for the super chat and for being here and supporting. We are moving down. S&P, what gonna next long trade setup? Says Gamer. Safdine. Yeah, next setup here, guys, would be, like I said, a solid breakout here from this zone over here, right? We can see here this zone has been a respected level, right? If we do get a solid breakout here, looks like it wants to break out. Let's see if it does. Of course, whatever breakout, I'm also interested in getting above these highs over here of 26,600 range. Then, you know, any retracement here, you are likely to test highs. You are likely to shift here. So yeah, that's the kind of the next thing. Cup and handle forming on the 1 hourly time frame. Yeah, this is also kind of a possibility, right? It's not the it's very, very possible. Very, very possible. It would be a very small handle. Of course, you got a slightly higher high. That is all right. Cup and handles can be with slightly higher highs or slightly lower lows. You know, it doesn't have to be extremely, you know, at a double top scenario. It doesn't have to be extremely straight. So yeah, I would think so. That, you know, it could be a cup and handle scenario. It could be a small cup and handle right there, or it could be a larger handle here in the next coming days. Of course, if this does happen and it consolidates in between 26,000 and, you know, 27,000 range in the next coming days, I think this is going to be extremely, extremely powerful for a massive move up here. If we do get that consolidation, right, in the next coming days, of course, above 25,000, above actually 25,300, right? You don't want the handle to come halfway of the cup, right? Because if not, it just would not be a cup and handle anymore. You would have to consolidate above 25,500 and have this kind of consolidation right there at this range. That would be looking very, very powerful for a next move up. So yeah, if we do consolidate here, like I said, I would be remaining bullish on higher time frames. Hello Andy, how are you? My teacher Aditya, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Shorting till the 618 of the big move, then potentially looking for a long. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the big move, of course, has been this one right over here, right? So if we take a look at the pivot low from this round consolidation to the high, 618 is all the way down to $25,000. Not sure if that is going to happen. I mean, this kind of formation, I gotta say, can be very bullish. Can be very, very bullish. We take a look at the Fibonacci expansion, to take a look at the first major expansion move, that is taking us to $28,100. That is the 1.618. if we have a solid breakout. Of course, you know, if it can even go much higher than that, right? If this were to be a cup and handle. Not very much interested on that higher time frame move. Best volume indicator is just volume. Best volume indicator is volume right there. And a large exchange. You want an exchange that has large volume, such as Bybit. I use Bybit to use this volume. I don't want to use Coinbase because Coinbase is a spot. I don't want to use Binance because Binance is calculated by TradingView. I want to use, you know, one of the top 5s that are reliable, and of course Bybit is one of them that has the highest volume in derivatives. So yeah, you got Bybit moving to 3rd place right now with 17 billion of 24-hour volume. Of course, Binance has 74 billion, but I cannot use that on the charts. Cannot use this on the charts. The volume is not reliable. So I use Bybit. Use Bybit for charting. Use Bybit for trading. So you know the deal as well. You got an insane bonus on Bybit down below in the description for anybody that is not using Bybit. It's my favorite trading platform. I've been using it for over 3 years now. Have had no issues with them. And you get an insane bonus. It's the one that I've been using. If you want to use the same one, or you're happy with using other ones such as Binance and BitGet, that's totally fine. But like I said, you know, this is my favorite. It's my #1 trading platform. Bybit, guys. You got that. The link in the description to claim that insane bonus. All right. I'll be pinning it in the comment section as well, just in case somebody wants to sign up. If you don't want to sign up with my link, that is fine as well. But it's another way to support the channel, right? Because I'll be, you know, continuing with YouTube, continuing with analysis. We're gonna have we're gonna try and have that breakout right now from this resistance zone. It could still fail. It could still fail. Not much volume coming in. Let's see if it does manage to get above this high over here. Now, this high over here, this is also the 26,500 high from the 14th of March, right? This is why I got this horizontal line, right? Just in case we did create a failed breakout. For the moment, we are trading beneath this level. If we do get above this level, guys, with a nice spike in volume, it's going to be looking pretty good, guys. We'll probably get into some nice scalp long positions on those retracements. All right, let's see if it does happen. It'll probably fail miserably. It'll probably no volume kicking in here. Not interested. If there's no volume here, not interested, because this could roll back down. I want to see that institutional movement with high volume to get into that long position to test the highs, right? Yeah, so yeah. And you're a legend. Best scalping channel on YouTube. My accuracy went up exponentially since I started learning from you. Thank you, man. FKG legend. Yeah, Jao Feijo. I guess you're Portuguese or Brazilian. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Hopefully, yeah, a lot of people, I do get a lot of messages saying, you know, I've actually learned a lot, you know, and a lot of people thanking me very, very much. You're very welcome, guys. Bearish Gartley on the 1 minute time frame. Whew. Bearish Gartley on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, I guess I can see what you see here. It's a possibility. I'm not going to say it's not. Bearish Gartley on the 1 minute. So this is the scenario right there, right? It's possible. You're almost hitting the 7-8 already on this move. So you could kind of double top here, right? It's possible if we continue with this very low volume, you could actually create a failed breakout from this high. on the 1 minute time frame, it's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. If you do get a couple of 1 minute candlesticks here, exactly at 26,520 range, then I would say, hey, it's worth the short. Only if we do have a little bit of a consolidation here. It's a little bit risky right now, as you do want to try and break out this zone. So, I mean, let's just take a look at the timing. I mean, yeah, the 1-to-1 extension is exactly here in the next coming minutes for it to be symmetrical. If we get a couple of 1 minutes there, I mean, why not? But yeah, if we do start consolidating right there at this level, then I would say, hey, it's potentially worth it. But I think it's not going to be the case. We're moving up now, so it's not going to be the case, unfortunately. I think getting a bit of volume kicking in right now. Yeah, so we're forgetting about that. Yeah, not a trade I would get in. I mean, you could. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because you basically aiming for from these lows to the highs. You could correct to the 26,370. I mean, let's take a look at the potential risk to reward. I mean, for you're looking for something like that. It's a quick scalp, you know. If you want to get into that, it's a bit risky one. It's a little bit risky. Yeah, it is a risky one. If you want to try and get into the next pump, but yeah, it's a little bit risky. Invalidation point, of course, at these highs. So didn't have much pressure here. Very, very difficult one. I mean, if you do get another leg up, you know, the best thing that you could have with another slightly leg up on the 1 minute is that you can get in at the very, very high level. I mean, the most important thing of this breakout here is that you need to break above this level here, right? Because this is the official last lower high. Right, this is just for us to have an indication of the trend, right? But the most important high is this one, because this is not a lower high, as you did not create a lower low. Last lower high is this one. That is your invalidation point. The safest trade that I do see here would be actually getting above this last lower high, right? Let the price action just break through with high volume. If that does happen, then you know that you are likely to have that continuation to the upside to even test the highs, or at least test this high over here. The high of the breakout, right? Yeah, there's a very, very risky short right there. It's not an extremely high probable short scenario, so you are getting a little bit of a reaction, but taking a look at volume, yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best trade. Could you reject from here and actually come down to the 618 from this low and even test the low? It's possible. I mean, the thing is, not only this is a resistance from here, it is actually the high that was created on the 14th, right? The exact high. This is why I have this white horizontal line, guys. The exact high is this white horizontal line from the 14th, right? So it could reject from this level. We are currently below this level right now. Goodness. I mean, you're looking for a potential move down to the 618 at least. And maybe even coming down to test the lows. It's possible. It is still resistance. It's Gartley pattern. Yes, it is. I mean, you can only just accept a loss if it gets to this high. That's it. You know, just accept the loss. But it is, you know, there is a potential of risk to reward here. There is a potential of risk to reward. Let's leave it that way. There's a potential risk to reward here. I would have preferred actually a breakout with high volume and just try and get at the retracement at a support level. But it's possible. This 26,500 is a resistance zone. It's the highs from the other day, so it's very much possible. It's very much possible. Let's leave the drawings here. It's very, very possible. You know, just accept that risk to reward. Just accept a loss if it. Of course, if you didn't get at the highest point possible, I wouldn't enter a short, you know, as you're coming down, right? Because then your risk to reward is just going lower and lower. Only if it does get a leg up here, potentially, you want to re-enter. You want to get into that short. I mean, your stop is just so small. It should be insignificant compared to the potential reward, right? Not an easy trade. It's just not an easy trade. There is probabilities here. There is probabilities in moving down. Like I said, best trade scenario would be having a breakout with higher volume. Then I would consider getting into the retracement for the long. That would be highly more probable, right? But anyway, we're just looking at scenarios. It's possible. Long from 26,200. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Someone here in a long position from 26,200. Very good. I mean, this was a clear resistance zone turning into support, right? The 26,200 range was proven today to be a resistance level. So yeah, not bad. There is a possibility of this, guys. There is a possibility. Yo guys, do you long and short from Bybit? Who uses Bybit here in the comment section? Let me know, guys. It's my favorite. I mean, I do all of my trading, crypto trading, on Bybit. All of my crypto trading is on Bybit. Been using it for over 3 years now, and I've never had any issue with them. Never. It's not an ugly little Gartley pattern right there. It's, of course, it would have been nicer to see, you know, this retracement coming to the 618 and not so expansive. But it's pretty much valid. Just tapping that 7879 slightly above. Yeah, not bad. It's not a. If you manage to get into a short at this peak here, I would consider, you know, just defending your your entry point right now. Because if you're likely to reverse from here, then yeah, you're likely just going to break above. Stay defensive always. I can, you know, the times I get stopped out at break even, guys, is absolutely insane. I get stopped out at break even so many times, more times than I actually get to take profit. More times stopped out at break even than stopped out at profit, right? So just because I'm a very strong defensive trader. My short at 16,850. You say we got someone here, Desert Dude, is still in a short position from 16,850. That's absolutely crazy. I do know people out there that are still in short positions or beneath $20,000. I think they're just patiently waiting to see if their price is going to get back to their entry point and you know, at least get out at break even. Possible. You can do short and long with just $50. Absolutely. I think the minimum account, I'm not sure what is the minimum size on Bybit. But yeah, I think you very likely can. I'm not sure if it's $10 or $5. It's probably less than that. But absolutely. Okay, 26,850. Okay. All right. You got the wrong number. So in a short position from 26,850, says Desert Dude. Yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal. You know, I did manage to get into a short position at I've taken most of profits, unfortunately, but because I went level to level, right? I just have this tiny, small little position at 26,650. But the most important thing is explaining as well. Why did I get into that short? Why was this a good shorting level? And of course, that was explained during the beginning of the live stream. We had a massive move to the downside with some relatively high volume, breaking this uptrend structure, right, where you are creating a lower low. This is why you are likely to create a lower high at this range. You're basically hitting the 618 Fibonacci from this move. So yeah, that was that explanation, guys. You know, this is why if this does have a breakout right over here, bang, with nice volume, you are going to have a nice potential, you know, long at a retracement, right? That would be the nicest opportunity to get into a day trade scalp long to claim the highs, right, kind of thing. You can long and short with 50 cents. I know from experience as basketballs. Yeah, I've actually haven't traded with cents. So, but there you have it. Yes, you can. Right. You can use a little as $1-2 on Bybit. Good to learn trading without great risk, says Splashfire Films. There you have it. You can trade with just a couple of dollars on Bybit. Bybit is $10, says Catalin. Okay. He's a legend holding that short. Yeah, it's just a small short at the moment, taking profits already from that short. But just to show you as well, show the community and explaining why this was actually a good short, because you're breaking the structure and you're hitting the 618, right? Just so you can get ready for these kind of scenarios, right? Lost half of my portfolio in helium. Oh my goodness. What's happened with helium? Helium is that strange blockchain project. Oh my goodness. That goes with antennas, right? It goes like with satellite, or I don't know. Yeah, helium is getting absolutely destroyed. It's down. Oh my goodness, it's down, what is it, 25% in just a matter of 24 hours? Whew. Yeah, in just a matter of 3 days, it's almost down 50%. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have no idea what this, I haven't done any research about this. I just had a friend, an old friend, that called me and saying, hey man, I'm getting this dish or whatever, you know, this, something to mine helium that works with satellite and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm not sure if it's, I didn't do any research whatsoever on it. But this was an old friend, you know, telling me, hey, you know, check out helium. You can mine it, you know, from your home with satellite or something like that. So maybe it is a good project. Is there any application that offers demo account for crypto? Yes, Femex does. I remember Femex does have demo account for crypto. Yeah, you probably can get them. Oh, Helium delisted from Binance, so probably that is part of that potential drop. DXY dropping. Okay, DXY dropping, gonna probably give a little bit of power for Bitcoin to break the resistance zone. If anyone did get into this shorting scenario, I mean, let's just take a look. You probably hit the 618 already from this pump, right? Let me just get, when we take a look at this low to this high, I mean, this short was obviously the first take profit was at the 618. You know, it's not a great risk to reward short. There was the possibility in coming down here, but hey, you hit the 618. You know, when you hit the 618, and we all know from, well, we all know, I hope you do, from a Gartley pattern, the first target right there is the 618 from C, from this low pivot to the highs. I'm sure we did hit the 618. Hang on one second. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, there you have it. So the 618 from this pivot low to the pivot high, we just tapped that 618. So it was about $150 move down. It was very, very hard. I would not re-enter this. If you were in that short, I would accept a loss at break even. A loss, well, no, I would accept being stopped at break even. Okay. Wouldn't re-enter this short position right now because you're probably going to get that breakout as we speak. Kraken has demo crypto. Okay, cool. Kraken has, I know Femex does have, Binance also has demo account. Okay, Binance does have. I'm not sure about Bybit. I don't think Bybit has. The next internet of crypto, they say that's Helium. There's so many different blockchain projects out there. So many different ones. So, yeah, let's take a look at DXY. Is DXY having a major drop? DXY getting a little bit of dumpy action. We have a very, very strong support level here on the DXY. If this is broken, a big support that we have been talking about here on the latest live streams at 103.4. It's been respected as support and resistance several times. There is a possibility if it does consolidate here in the next coming days, you know, by next week, it will likely reverse. However, if it breaks down, wow, we could come all the way down to these lows over here. I think that is that will not be the case. But hey, you know what's the banging news, right? Banging news from here from the last few days. We got quantitative easing going on. We got the Federal Reserve printing $300 billion free money for the banks, right? I mean, is this just a temporary thing, guys? What do you think? Is this just going to be for the next couple of weeks and then it's, it is game over? That's it. We're continuing with the interest rates. What do you guys think? This was the banging news from today, right? Federal Reserve balance sheet up $300 billion. Free money for everyone. I mean, 300 billion is nothing compared to the trillions of dollars they printed after the C19 event in 2020. That was absolutely crazy. We had trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars being printed. That was crazy. That's when we had this massive bull run after the crash on Bitcoin, stock market. I think this is likely to just be temporary, right? Obviously long term they will have to print again because the economy is absolutely broken. But yeah, maybe this is just going to be extreme short term, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this just going to be for the next couple of weeks? There might be a few hundred billion more being printed and that is going to be it. Or is this going to continue for the next coming months? I think it's just going to be a short term fix, in my opinion. DXY is losing support. Bitcoin to 28k. Woo! It's going to be a shame right now if we do get that move down, guys. It will be sad. I think it will manage to finally get that volume breakout, guys, so we could take advantage of the momentum to the upside. We have a volume breakout above 26,500. Guys, it is time to jump into some scalp longs on the retracement because we are likely to continue the momentum, right? We are likely to continue that momentum, and that is, we need that breakout. Oh my goodness, if we retrace from here, I'm probably going to shoot myself in the balls. And yeah, let's just wait and see, guys. Fighting inflation with more inflation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. News, banking sector down. Yeah, it is. It is. Head and shoulders on the DXY. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it. Trading with billions gotta be fun, says David. Absolutely. Temporary, says Olson Wells. Yeah. If they continue to print, there will be a rise in inflation. Absolutely. It will be a lagged result, but it will happen. I hope it is temporarily. Yeah. I think so also. Why you still have the short open? Yeah, but this short position is from all the way up here, and it's just 10%. I've closed most of this short already. It's just in case we do get more movement to the downside. It's just a insignificant short at the moment. It's not taking most of profits because this is a scalp. Remember, this is a day trade scalp. When we have this movement down, and we had this likely lower high at the 618 when we had the volume breakdown of this structure, I'm aiming for the lows, right? Here's where I'm taking most of my profit. It's level to level. I'll leave a trade open sometimes just to see if we do get more momentum to the downside. And that is basically it. So most of the profits have been taken. In the bulls, yes. It looks like Bitcoin came up to hit your stop loss. No. This short position is from here, right? The short position that I'm in right now is from this level over here, 26,650. It's still far away from my stop, but yeah, like I said, this was a scalp day trade. You know, most of the profits were taken all the way down here. So and stop is at break even. How are you identifying your entry points? Wow, very, very complex question. You know, at the beginning of the live streams, I like to give that educational content where I have entered the some positions where. So take a look at the beginning of the live streams. I like to keep it educational, the first 10-15 minutes, and then analyze the situation and what potential scenarios we could have. Like I said, best scenario here right now, and I mean, if we correct down here to this range, guys, it is what it is. You know, this is why I a lot of the times I do get stopped out at break even, because I'm very defensive, and if I'm in profits, you know, I don't want to get stopped out if I'm in profits, right? But overall, it's a possibility of this happening right now, and it's going to finally come down to the low point here. Very, very possible, guys. It is what it is. We kind of failed. We created a small little double top there. Best scenario is do nothing now, says Catalin. Yeah. I love that trade, Andy. Learned that from you. Jennifer, absolutely phenomenal. Hi, Andy. As I learned from you, AK, BTC always tests low and high. So I am waiting for the high of $27,000 to be claimed and wait for a SFP for a potential short. What is your opinion? Yeah, very, very possible. Very, very possible. Of course, a failed breakout, we would have to see a test of the highs and a clear rejection beneath this level. However, guys, on the higher time frames, we need to accept that we are actually already testing a high. If we go to the daily chart, let me just get another chart here because I've got these drawings that I don't want to take off. We are testing the highs here for the moment on Bitcoin on the higher time frames, right? If we do take a look at the daily, we are testing the highs from the 14th of March. This is a test of the highs, even though we have gone to $27,000. This move is already a test of this high. So that is the thing, you know, this could be that test and we are going to reject from this level. It's also very, very possible. We need to accept that as a possibility. Maybe this hit of $27,000 was part of the test of this high on the 14th of March, which is the 26,500, right? This is part of the test and we are just in our way of a major corrective move. We just need to acknowledge that is a possibility, nothing else, okay? Doesn't mean it is going to happen. And guess what? That 26,500 is this white horizontal line. This is currently where we are struggling to get back up, guys. This is why this is such an important level for either shorting with a relatively tight stop loss and being very defensive, or waiting for a large move with high volume here. If this does happen, yeah, guys, this is party is on for Bitcoin. Party is on for that continuation to the upside, getting above 26,500, which is that high from the 14th of March. If we have that volume breakout, then yeah, party on, guys. 29,890 is the measured move folks. Retest of 25k after. Okay, Chill Will saying we are moving up almost to $30,000. Brother, what is the best position now for a long? Like I said, this is the best move that I would say is what I'm waiting for. I will long scalp this if we get a volume breakout above 26,500. Keeping it simple. I'm waiting. Breakout of this downtrend structure. Bang. I want to see an explosive move. Any kind of retracements after this explosive move is just going to give me a high probability long entry. Simple. That is it. That is the only thing. I've been day trading, scalping today. This momentum to the upside. Volume strategy. Bang, bang, bang. Getting into these higher lows. And also the latest one, the only short that I took. Well, not the only one, sorry. I did take a short position right over here from a deep crab pattern. It didn't play out very nice. I got stopped out in very small profits. But yeah, the only one that I'm in right now is this one over here at 26,650. Like I explained, waiting for the breakdown of the structure, keeping it simple, keeping it easy. When I see high volume breaking the structure, got a lot of people asking me, what, long or short now? What should I do? Long right now? You know, I'm waiting, just waiting for a simple confirmation. Simple confirmation when you are trending up like this. Simple confirmation is breaking the last higher low on the lower time frames, which is this one, with high volume. You are retracing and you are likely to create a lower high once you broke the structure with high volume. Same thing. Bang. You break this downtrend structure with high volume, the 26,500, you are likely to have that continuation to the upside. Get in on higher lows, get out at the highs. Keep it simple. Bank that money. No financial advice. So, bearish divergence on the 4 hourly, says Arbit. Yeah, we know that. We know that there's some bearish divergence on higher time frame. Bang, bang, that like button, legends. Absolutely, guys. Smash up the like button on your, on your way in during the live stream. I don't really care anymore about the like button because it doesn't get smashed. Well, 220 out of 580 people watching. I think it's good enough. Smash it up, guys, for the algorithm. If you enjoy this, educational and setup, potential setups with good risk management, live analysis. How many trades do you make per day while scalping and day trading? Hey, it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 5. But it's usually not more than 10. Usually not more than 10 trades in one day. So yeah, it can be 1, it can be 3, it can be 5. It all depends on how many probabilities I do see. It's not about how I do 10 trades a day. I don't know how many trades I'm going to do one day. I don't know if the market is going to give me a high probability entry. So I don't know how many trades I'm going to do. If the market provides me with 5 opportunities, I'll do 5 trades. Yeah, guys, not much to be said. If you want to try and get into a nice long scalp, I would wait for a volume breakout from the 26,500. Large volume breakout with big momentum price action. You're likely to get that retracement to create a higher low. Staying below 26,500, I'm scared, okay? If as long as we stay below 26,500, I'm scared, right? I think we could go much lower. We get above this range with high volume, yeah, we are likely to test these highs and go higher. So, you are morning live. morning where you are. It's almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon here where I'm from. All right, guys, going to wrap it up. Good luck, everyone. Stay cautious with your trading. I think it's relatively simple, the kind of setups that I'm looking for here. Stay cautious. If we get that breakout above this level, I will be looking for some scalp longs. Thank you, everyone. Smash up the like button. Remember, you on Bybit, you do get that insane bonus, okay? Can't stress that enough. It's my favorite crypto trading platform, of course. I do get a commission because of this, but you get the best bonus that there is out there, guys. It's another way to support the channel for me to continue with the live streams and this educational content, and take a look at educate people with risk management, the potential setups and validation points. Thank you guys very much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.